from Andy's World Journeys, and this is the second, number 2, COVID cam. And today we're going for a walk in the neighbourhood, my neighbourhood, just for a short walk around, see how things are, keeping our social distancing away from anyone we might pass, because I guess it's really important that we get a bit of exercise. It is very important. So we'll see how we go. It seems today is Thursday, the 26th of March, I think. 6th? And it's Thursday, whatever it is. I don't even know. And this video will probably go out on the Saturday, a couple of days later, on the 28th, just because I haven't got anything slated for that day at this stage. And we'll just see how it goes. We'll see, go for a walk to the park, maybe have a bit of a chat about restrictions in Victoria, Melbourne, Australia, and how things are going along here. If we have a look, a few people out there going for a walk, and we'll head on down to the park. Here we are. People seem to be, a few people in the park. They're all seem to be practicing social distancing and the like, which is what you want to do, eh? People taking dogs for a walk. I wonder what the dogs make of all this. Probably getting more walks than normal, because it's one of the few things people can get out and do. Walk the dog. So here we are at the park. Got a couple of soccer fields back there, got some play equipment here. There's people around, but you don't see people in more than 2, so I think that's what you're supposed to do. You can hang out with people you live with, I believe, because, what's the difference if you hang out at the park or if you hang out at home? You're more or less likely to catch corona, are you? It's about 1:30, 1:45. I've got to leave for work soon. I work 3 till 10 tonight. And we had a staff meeting this morning, and it was a phone conference for the first ever time. So little changes in life. This information will be out of date by the time this goes up on YouTube, but I think we've got something like 2,700 cases in Australia of COVID-19, 11 deaths, 2 deaths in Victoria overnight, which are our first 2 deaths in the state. But this is Thursday the 26th of March 2020, and we're sort of into about day 3 of what they're calling, I think, stage 2 restrictions. Over in New Zealand, they've just declared something called level 4 or stage 4 restrictions, where they're really strongly clamped down, locked down. Here we've still got horse racing going on, which I think's a bit of a bizarre one. I mean, nobody's allowed to go and watch it. It's all on TV, but I guess money talks, and the betting industry is important. What else can I tell you? I talked about hairdressers last time. There was a directive that haircuts couldn't last for more than 30 minutes. So apparently your hairdresser cannot give you COVID-19 in 30 minutes, but in 31 minutes they can. But that's been completely lifted. So I think what people are finding here in Australia is the message from first we've got state government and federal government, and I think the message is the state government seems to be a little stricter than the federal government. The state government has shut down schools, but there still are some schools that are open. I think it's been choice, but they've been advised to shut down or told they should. But I read today that there was a religious school that had 2,000 students, and they're still going until the end of the week, when they were due to break for Easter holidays anyway. So it's really interesting. I just think that the messages have been quite confusing. And you know, even when they put the first level of restrictions down, the Prime Minister said that it was okay, you know, for the next few days. You know, that the football could continue as is. And it wasn't until the next week that they had to play the games without fans. And now both the National Rugby League and the Australian Football League, which are the two main codes here, plus the soccer, plus pretty much any spectator sport, is shut down completely, apart from horse racing. But that's probably nothing to do with the fact that it's for spectators. So it's pretty eerie, I guess, and it's just constant messages, and it's really interesting because I think that the Prime Minister Scott Morrison has missed a beat or two here, because you know, he's sent out mixed messages and then he gets angry at people for congregating, and I think one of the reasons we did up our restrictions into more serious lockdown was simply because there were thousands of people on Bondi Beach on last Saturday, and it was a really bad look, and so they decided there was nothing else to do but to really push for everyone to stay in their homes now. At work it's been quite tricky because it's very hard to source protective equipment, including hand sanitizer. At the moment there's a real shortage, and if you go on eBay, and we might do that on another one of these COVID camps, we might go on eBay and have a look at all the stuff that's available on eBay, because you know, the government said they were going to clamp down on it, but it doesn't look like at this stage that they have. But people selling toilet paper and hand sanitizer at inflated prices on eBay, people have gone out and they've stocked up so that they can profit off this, and that's really disappointing. And I think it's something that needs to be addressed, because, you know, like as I said, I work in disability. That's all I'll tell you, because, you know, we sworn to privacy and stuff. But we're an essential service, and we need gloves, we need hand sanitizer, we need paper towels, we need all that stuff. We need gowns, and it's really hard to source. Like, it's not provided direct from the government or anything, so each individual house generally has to go out and find the stuff that they need. It's probably enough. I think that's probably enough for this little COVID cam. Just some closing thoughts. It's absolutely beautiful day. It really is. The sun's out. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's nice and warm, obviously, which is what it is when it's not too hot and not too cold. I think I've got to start getting ready for work. Got to get back and get ready for work. But as you can see, it's just like, it's a beautiful autumn's day here. There goes a butterfly. Don't know if you can see it. And there's something really quite peaceful about it. I mean, there's still cars going past every now and then, but on a normal day it'll be frequent. So there's no doubt that there's a bit of an eeriness to it, but at the same time a bit of a calmness. As I said, we're in sort of day 3 of level 2 restrictions, and I presume that we're going to get harsher restrictions in place within the next week. I think, you know, by the weekend, by the 28th, when this will be on YouTube, the world will have over 500,000 cases of coronavirus, and we'll have, I don't know, 3,500 to 4,000 in Australia, and that's only 2 days away. So it just goes to show how quickly this thing is moving, and it looks like very quickly the US will be second and then no doubt first in the world for the number of cases. Here's a Woolworths truck, so delivery has been hard to get, but some people are managing it. Yeah, home delivery from the supermarket is going to be a very sought after thing for sure. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Hope you're well and looking after your mental health and your own well-being wherever you are in the world right now. Take care. I will see you soon for another one of these, and of course lots of other videos and content on this channel, so please check it out. You know, a lot of travel stuff. Just because you can't travel doesn't mean you can't virtual travel, am I right? Oh, I'm too dark here. So do check that out. Check out my blog, andysworldjourneys.com. Click like, subscribe. Some people say there's a little bell that gives you notifications. I don't know what that is. But if there is a bell, feel free to ring it. Thank you very much, and may the journey never end.